Hello FlossTube, I'm Nicole and this is DDs FlossTube Season 2, Number 12. Well, welcome back to the channel everybody. Thank you so much to my returning subscribers that join me each week for usually around about 40 minutes to an hour of fun. The last few videos have been quite lengthy because we had a lot to get into. So thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day and joining me each week. I really do enjoy your company each week and just catching up with you in the comments and everything like that. And for those that are new here, welcome. Thank you so much for sticking around to have a look and see what I'm all about. I do appreciate you being here as well, and hopefully you'll hit that subscribe button and the like button, and you'll join me again next week if you like what you see here today. All right, so I have had a pretty busy week, but not cross-stitching wise. So and for those that are new here, this is a multi-craft channel and today's video is all about cross-stitch. I should probably say that so you know what it's about. So thank you so much for being here. And as I said, I haven't had much in the way of stitching happening this week. So I've had a lot of other things going on. As you probably know, I've had a massive sale over on my website. I am trying to clear the decks of some of the fabric that I have up in the shop because I've got to start renovating up that end and I need the room. And you know, when you've got over 200 bolts of fabric, not of all which are listed on the website because that's like backing fabrics and calicos and spare bolts and cross-stitch fabrics and all that sort of stuff, and it's starting to get pretty crowded up there. It makes it a little bit hard to actually get the renoing done. So I decided that I was going to have a massive sale. So all of my 100% cotton quilt fabrics are on sale at the moment. A lot have actually now gone out of stock. I am going to update the stock levels Sunday. I've set that down for Sunday to spend some time out here and update the stock levels on the website because I'm getting low in some bolts and there might not be a full meter there, so I have to sort of go through and update. There might be only 1.5 meters, there might be only half a meter, there might be only a fat quarter left or 2 fat quarters or something along those lines. So I've got to update that, and I will do that weekly for the month of November. So that's happening for the whole month. So if you head over to our Facebook group, DD's Handmade Bags and More, if you head over to that, the link is down below. It's the project bag link, so if you click on that, that'll take you straight over there. Join. The coupon code is in that group. Alternatively, you can actually email me at askme.dds@gmail.com, and then I can send you the coupon code as well. If you're on our mailing list, it's already in your inbox, and I will probably send out another blast on Sunday after I've updated as well. So you can't go wrong. We've got flat postage for here in Australia. Unfortunately, it is not for our international viewers and website members or anything like that, because for a lot of the time I can't send it still, or it's the posting. For instance, I sent a parcel yesterday to Canada. It's been sitting here for 6 months. Biz has been absolutely fantastic about it because she, none of us want to pay exuberant amount of postage. Well, Australia Post or Canada or whoever, it depends who you speak to in the post office, what answer you get. And I'm limited to what post office. I can't go to another post office. I have to drive 60 kilometers for that. So I'm stuck with the post office that I've got. Every time I go in there, I got a different answer. Basically, for the last 3 times I've gone in there, they've just basically said that the one consistent thing is that they're not offering economy posting anymore. So that means that you have to have it tracked and you have to pay 3 times the amount of posting. So normally for a 1.5, well, it wasn't even a 1.5, it was actually 2 separate parcels, but I ended up having to bundle them together because it was actually going to be over $50 to send the 2 because it was some ridiculous amount. I can't even remember what it was. I think it was like $27 for each parcel to go. So I bundled them together and I managed to save, I think, about $6 or $7. So, but it ended up costing me $49 to send it to her. It's tracked. They still can't guarantee that it's going to get there within the 10 days, and it still possibly could go by boat. So they're charging exuberant amounts of postage. This is my gripe for the week, and I'm sorry to start the video off like this, but it's just to explain why I'm not shipping internationally at the moment, because I've had a lot, and I mean a lot of questions about the sale and international postage. I just can't offer it because I'm pretty sure that you guys don't want to pay, you know, $50 for a kilo and a half of stuff to be sent, or more if you buy more, because I mean $5 a meter, you're buying a lot. And you'll see in the giveaway for Instagram in a little bit, you'll see behind me there's parcels, and that was just last night's parcels that were done up, and I've been sending more than that each day. So you can imagine that, you know, you can get quite excited, and you can buy a lot of stuff and all the rest of it, and that's going to put the postage up. So unfortunately, it's not open to our international. Our giveaways are still open to our international. Just be aware that it may take a few weeks to get to you, and because I have to track everything, it will have a tracking number, so it's okay, because I do have, you know, internationals that join, and hopefully I can get them over to you. Like the one that we've got, this one is actually going international, and it will just go in a large envelope, so it'll make it a little bit easier to get it out of the country. Parcels are just the issue at the moment. Anyway, enough about all that. I am here to talk about my stitching, a little bit of life update as well. As I said, I'm doing renos. I have managed to save up some more money because I am just doing this little bits at a time. So I just save up for the next section that I'm going to be working on, and I will be purchasing in the next couple of days. I will be purchasing the overhead cupboards for down this end where I am right now. So this is the main end that I've been working on, and I'm hoping that Brendan will actually, all my cord holes will get done on the weekend as well, because he's going to be home on Saturday. So I'm just going to mark where I want the cord holes, and hopefully he can drill them for me while I'm not here. Dance season has started. Crazy. Savannah's getting very tired from the end of the year. She's only got a couple more weeks to go. She's actually taking a mental health day today. She's a little bit frazzled, and when she gets frazzled, she gets herself worked up. So she's having a mental health day today. She attends school without a problem any other time, so I'm happy for her to take a mental health day. Neroli, as I said, is crazy with dancing, and Mia is getting ready for prep orientation, because she starts big school next year, so she's very excited about that. So they've been doing all sorts of stuff at school in preparation for that. She's got her, next week she's actually got her first orientation day, where she goes up with her teacher, and then on the Friday of next week she goes up and I go up with her, and then I go off and find out what the book lists are and all that sort of stuff and whatnot, which it's usually quite extensive and whatnot. But she's very excited. She's going with 3 of her little friends from school, and she's going to the Catholic school here in Kingaroy, so she'll enjoy that. She's been up there already, and we went to the open day, and she would just slotted straight in, so she'll have no problems at all. And that's where my girls went as well, so I know it's a great school, and you know, you go with what you know. So anyway, that's what's happening there. Brendan is busy. I've got a new car. He finally fixed up a car that came in for me and sold my other one yesterday, so that was good. I'm not in the four-wheel drive anymore, which I don't like four-wheel drives. I'm just not a fan. So now I'm in a Subaru Liberty wagon, so I'm happy with that. It's got all the room I need for the kids and everything like that. So yeah, all right. So we're here for stitching. That's about what's happening in my my personal life. It's just very fast paced, and as always, and all the rest of it. So So if you've been here before, you know that I've just done 29 new starts for October, for DDs FlossTube. That is finished, and I can tell you, this week was so relaxing compared to the last 4 weeks. So yeah, I didn't really do much stitching at all. I think I was a little bit burnt out. I've had to do some secret stitching because I've got an ornament swap that I'm a part of. So I've got to stitch up 5 ornaments before the end of the month and get them out. So I started doing some of that this week. So I can't actually show you that because I know that the lovelies that some of the lovelies that I swap with, watch me every week. So yeah, I can't show you what that is. It's just secret. But Sunday I did get some stitching in. My floss tube went up for October, the last one for October on Sundays. So and I said in that video I was going to be working on my Haid, and that's exactly what I did. So this is the Haid that I am currently working on. I do know that I've still got Autumn Queen and she's sitting over in the corner, but I'm actually waiting until my big frame. That frame that I've got there is just very cumbersome, and it's not very easy to stitch on, and it doesn't make it for an enjoyable experience. And there's so much fabric of that one that I'm just going to wait until my Dubco frame comes. So that's probably January when I'll start working on her again, because I assure you when that frame comes in, that's the first thing that's going on there, and I'll be getting some stitches in there. So for the meantime, I'm actually working on this one. Now this one's not a huge piece. It is the stitches on a 25 count, which is what I'm working on. It'll be 14 inches wide and 11 1/8 inches high on 25 count. So the design size is 350 by 278. It is full coverage. I did talk about this on my live Stitch With Me. But for those that are new here, this is Wicked, Trixie and False, and I love Jasmine Beckett Griffith. Her artwork, I have books of hers and yeah, just lots of little snippets of artwork and that I've collected over the years, mainly pictures and stuff like that. But yeah, so when I seen this, I'm like, I have to do this. This has actually been my profile picture on and off over the years, and it reminds me of my girl, so that's why I'm stitching it. And I got some more stitches in. I cannot tell you how many stitches I forgot to look before I got on, but I'm pretty sure it was about 300 stitches I got in. So you can see, last time you seen it, I had to finish this section here, and then I've done all this on Sunday. Now on Monday I talked about this a little bit, about the coverage of it. So I don't know if you can see that. You can see, get it to focus, come on phone. So see how you can see some white, get it to angle there. So see how you can see the white there and then you can't here. So what I started doing was I started stitching a full cross, one strand full cross over one. Okay, and I done about 200 stitches, so just under 200 stitches I did, I think 170 or something. And I figured, oh well, I'll do it up here because that's fine. And I'm just going to have to go over it again with another strand of floss just to fill it in, because this here is 2 over 1 full cross, and I'm loving the coverage. Now, as you've seen in the background, I have a lot of black, so I don't want to have a whole piece. Now, I understand that it might shrink when I wash it and all the rest of it, but I may not have to wash this. Because I'm not handling it. I am just like, it's in the hoop and then it goes into my Dubco frame. So if I don't have to wash it, I don't want to wash it. So you can see there, like you can see the lights picking up that white, and I'm just not liking the coverage. I think if I had have done it on 28 count easy count, I probably would have liked the coverage a little bit more. But I've changed up into the next, this is another 200, approximately 200 stitches just under here, and I changed it up to 2 strands over 1 full cross, and I'm loving the, like, you cannot see any white except for the squares that I've left. So I'm pretty happy with that. So basically what I'm going to do this weekend is I'm just going to get that 1 strand and go back over it again and do a full cross over it and fill that in. If I don't get it done this weekend, it doesn't matter, but slowly but surely I'll do that, and then cover that in, because it actually comes, so the edge of the page comes to here, so there's a different color that's all in this section here. So yeah, so basically I've still got to do some stitching over here, so whether I do it this week or when I go and change colors, I don't know, but I'm doing color complete at the moment. So basically what I'm doing in Pattern Keeper, I'm just working with the black, so wherever the page, I think the page ends about there, So all of this is, I'm going to fill in all the black, and then I'll start working down and fill in all the black, and then I'll just go in and fill in the other colors. I think there's 2 or 3 other colors that are in that first page. So that's sort of what I'm doing with that, and that's why it sort of looks a little bit funky and all the rest of it. So some of you are probably wondering what the heck this big thing is here. This is my counting pin. So I have, as you can see, I have chunky little fingers, so it makes it very hard to count one. So with this, I can just slowly, I can sort of just drag it down the fabric and I can count, and it just makes it a very easy process for me. So if I've got to, you know, count across 10 or 20 or whatever, I've got that, and the needle's in that spot, and I don't lose my spot when I'm counting, because it's so easy when you're counting 1 on 25 grid to think that you've counted, but then you haven't, and you've gone 1 too far over. So those counting pins I got at the retreat just recently, and they are from Sparkling Stitches on Instagram. So head over there, and that's where the scarab beetle come from as well, and that one is from For Flux's Sake. It's got to be so careful when you say that, but these are handy little devices to have. So I don't know if she's got any left or not, because I think she sold them all at the retreat, so she might be in the process of making some more. So I'm pretty happy with that progress. I was super excited to be stitching on something. Well, I know that looks a little bit Halloweeny, but it was so nice to stitch on something other than Halloween and not have a new start. So that was also awesome as well. All right, so then Monday rolled around, and I have my live stitch with me every Monday, and my focus piece for my stitch with me is Halloweenquaker. And I just work on this on Mondays. So basically, I have been working on this since I think the end of October last year, or middle of November. I may have started it. I can't remember exactly. And I cannot find my cross stitch journal. So I've got to find that on the weekend, because I've renovated since then, and I've put it somewhere safe, so safe that I can't even find it. So because I've got a new journal and everything that I'm putting together at the moment, so I want to get all my whips and everything in there. So I think I started it last November, end of October, and I'm talking about Halloweenquaker. So this was part of DDs FlossTube as well, but it is also my Monday piece. So on Monday I was down here and finishing it off. I'd done the little heart, and I started on the boots. And because it was Monday and I didn't have to start anything new, I kept working on that that night. So I finished work and done all the kids stuff, and it's still in the Q-snap, which is unusual for me. That's how busy I've been. So when we were done the stitch with me, I finished off this one here, and then I done the little heart, and then you can see here I started on the witch's shoes, and I've just got a couple more colors to put in there, and then I can move on to the next thing. So I won't touch this again until Monday for the live stitch with me. So I will get some more stitches in, and I generally, what I do is I plan where I'm gonna go to make it easier, and I set myself up, and yeah, so I'm just leaving this in the Q-snap. I don't have any plans to stitch on it again over the weekend, but you never know, like I might well, I'm away on Saturday. I've got to go over to Toowoomba for dancing stuff, so I'm not going to get anything in on Saturday, and I'll probably be too buggered when I get home on Saturday night. So yeah, I will probably, as I said, work on that on Monday, and then Sunday is the day that I work on my height, and I really want to get some numbers into that that chart. All right, so on Tuesday night, I did some secret stitching and sewing for the ornament swap, and some gifts and stuff for other people, and I know that they watched, so I cannot show you. So yeah, so I've been doing a little bit of that in the background as well. And because it's just personal stuff, I do that at night because it's not part of work or anything like that. So yeah, so Wednesday rolled around and I worked on some Hello Pumpkin. So this is the chart that I'm talking about. This is my Nemesis chart for those that are new here. I have been working on this since last October. I was supposed to have it finished by Easter. Easter rolled around and went. And then I was like hoping to have it finished by the 31st, because this is for Mia and her birthday was on the 31st of October. That rolled around and I haven't finished it. So I put a few stitches in. I didn't get many stitches into it this week because I've been, you know, organising all sorts of stuff. And so, and it was nice to sort of just have a little bit of relaxing stitching. So I was on the phone to my sister last night and I got a little bit in, but it's super cute, this pattern. It has been a little bit of a problem child. It's been giving me a little bit of grief, but you'll be happy to know that very soon you will not be seeing this anymore. The only time you will see it is when it's fully finished and I'm stretching it over a canvas to hang up in her room. So Mia has seen it this morning and she was super, super excited. So I only have, so I finished last night, I got the apple done, I finished the hedgehog, and I got the acorn done. So now all I have is this leaf here, and this leaf here. And then there's a couple of little leaves around there that I've got to do as well. So last night while I was on the phone, I got this leaf in, that in. Oh no, sorry, not that leaf. This leaf in over here. I got the apple in. I got the acorn in. I've just got to put a couple of pink stitches here and that's done. So then I've got a big leaf here and a big leaf here. And then I think there's a couple of little leaves there. There's a little leaf there, yeah. So I've just got mainly three leaves to get in and a couple of little bits and pieces. But I have made so many mistakes, counting mistakes in this. It is blatantly obvious that I cannot count Ada. It's just ridiculous. I can work on 40 count and I'll have a problem. Work on 16 count Ada, can't count. But you know what? I'm happy with it anyway. There was one thing that I do have to fix because it's making my pumpkin look a little bit wonky. I'm actually going to take 2 stitches out of this leaf here, which I looked at the back of it and that's quite easy to do. I can just unthread that and get them out because I've just woven the thread in the back. And then I just got to put a couple of stitches in there and yeah, that'll fix that up. It won't look like that the pumpkin's got a bite out of it. So yeah, but anyway, it looks good from back here. So just don't get too close. Like, this has been a problems child from the start, and I'm just going to hold it up because like I'm just basking in my glory right now because, as I said, this has been a Nemesis chart. The owl and the fox is Mia's favourite. Mine is the little hedgehog. I love the acorn, so anything that's got an acorn in it in my books gets stitched. So yeah, so I'm really happy with how that's come, and I'm ready to have it finished and stretched over a canvas and hanging up on her wall. So I'm hoping to have that done fully finished by Christmas. That gives me 6 weeks. Surely I can get it done in 6 weeks. I'm not going to hold my breath because we all know that I probably won't get it done because, you know, bright sparkly things and all, and I'll get sidetracked and then, yeah. So I'm just going to put that away so it doesn't get any dirtier than it already is. I'm going to have to wash it. Like you can see, like, and I wash my hands before I start stitching and all the rest of it. But yeah, it still needs to be washed. White, you know how it is. Alright, so that is it. That's all I've done in stitching. As I said, I've done secret stitching and secret sewing, but I can't show you that. So yeah, that's it. How's that? That's like the shortest stitching week ever. But in saying that too, I also filmed a FlossTube on Sunday. So I really only had 3 days, plus, well, sorry, 4 days to stitch on, and yeah, and we know I had a pretty hectic week. So basically we're just going to get into some of the admin side of stuff. So you heard me talk about the sale that we've got going on. So that is happening right now. We've had some haul come in as well, and we've got the Buy Me a Coffee link down below. I talked about that last week. I am using the money from that to buy some more equipment because I am just working on my phone and I want to get some more equipment and stuff like that. I have been discussing the join feature a little bit further with my husband and just trying to work out what to do. And on Monday we were talking about it in the live stream. So if you were to pay for a join, and I'm not, it's, you know, like, it's a personal choice if you want to or not. And I was thinking about doing something similar on Patreon, but if I can do it all in one place, I'm happy to do it all in one place. So basically I want to make my business, like I want to move my business to YouTube basically. I don't want to have to go off and do tutorials and stuff like that in small workshops and all the rest of it. I'd rather run big retreats, and I'd rather share that here with you. So what I'm trying to do is make my income last a little bit longer as the older I get, if that makes any sense. So it's sort of like a retirement plan. Probably a pretty dodgy one, but anyway. And I like teaching and everything like that, but with COVID and people being frightened of getting sick and stuff like that, a lot of people aren't going out. And let's face it, I deal with the older demographic of people. Like, I think the age group for my channel is 35 plus. I do have a few that are under 35, but majority are 35 plus. And then the next, so that's probably my mid-range to 35 to 50 is my mid-range. And then from 50 to plus is majority of my subscribers, which is great. I like, that's my age group. I'm wrapped with that. So I'm appealing to my age group, which is good. And also some younger ones as well that are wanting to learn to sew and all the rest of it. So if you were to pay for, and this is the question I put out, what would you expect for your money? Now, we all know that I can do a multitude of things and I can teach a multitude of things. I want you to put in the comments and just let me know what you would want for your money. So if I was to do the join feature and you, hypothetically speaking, were to join, what would you want for your, let's say, $10 a month? Okay, so that would probably be the highest tier, let's say. I still have to work it out and all that sort of stuff, but I'm just sort of feeling out at the moment, and I just love your feedback. So if you've got an opinion about that, please keep it positive. Don't rip me a new one, okay, because I haven't done it yet. So just keep it nice and positive and constructive, and let me know what you would be comfortable. And it's just like Patreon, really. Like, it's just all here on YouTube instead of going over to Patreon and, having another platform on. I'd rather keep it all here and all the rest of it. So it is just stuff that would be extra than what I already do on the channel. So what would you want if you were to pay, let's say, $10 a month? Leave it in the comments below and tell me what you think. Because, I may not do it as well. Like, if the feedback is not welcoming or whatever the case, I'm not sure the terminology I could use, but I'm just putting the feelers out there at the moment. I'm not 100% sure that I am going to do it. So just leave a comment down below, make it constructive, don't rip me a new one, okay? I don't need the negative or anything like that. I just want some constructive and your feedback and your opinions, but just keep it nice, okay? Because I don't want people attacking you because you were, I'm not on the comments monitoring them, and I don't want you to get attacked by someone who's a great supporter and a great friend of the channel and all the rest of it. So try and keep it as nice as possible. But if you could do that, that would be wonderful, because I know that a lot of you come here every week and you support me every single week. And I love that about you guys doing that. It makes me feel good. I love reading the comments, and I can honestly say, if it wasn't for you guys coming every week, and I don't think you realize how much you've actually helped me. This has been a little bit of therapy for me for YouTube. Like, this is a little bit personal, and I don't often talk about my stuff that goes on in the background for myself and my self-esteem and all that sort of stuff. But I don't have the best self-esteem, and I can honestly say all the lovely comments and encouragement and support, and I'm not talking financial support here, I'm talking emotional support that some of you have given me, whether it be email, personal messages, or even just in the comments. You have no idea how much you've helped me. Is probably the best way to say it. Like, it sounds a bit corny and all the rest of it, but you really have helped build my self-esteem in the last few years, because I can honestly say I have not had the best self-esteem. I am absolutely surprised every day that my daughters have great self-esteem, because I don't for myself. And as I say, when you're teaching your children, you need to lead by example. So either I've faked it really well all these years, or I've just been able to explain to them how I feel and stuff like that, and they've understood and what to look out for and things like that. So I just, and that's, but anyway, that I just love the community, and the sewing community, the patchwork community, the cross stitch community. It's all really good. I love the feedback that I get from people from tutorials and stuff like that, and all the comments that you leave down below. Just they make my day. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, so give me some feedback about the channel and what you think you would like to see and all that sort of stuff. And even if you don't want to do the join, like you're not interested in the join button or anything like that, I'm still going to be doing free content and all that sort of stuff. So if you've got any ideas for me, there's something that you would like to see in 2021, like going forward, leave that in the comments as well, because I'm always open to, because the channel essentially is a teaching platform, and it is about you, not about me. It's about you. So if you want something there, whether it be sewing, cross stitch, if I don't know it, I'll learn it. If you like my style of teaching, I will go and learn it, and then I can come back and teach you how to do it, and all that sort of stuff. So any sort of feedback would be great. All right, moving on. Okay, and the Google form is the next thing that we need to talk about. As I've said in the last couple of videos, going forward from October, basically you need to fill out that Google form, and you only need to fill it out once. So if you've already filled it out, this doesn't apply to you. Have a sip of coffee, go grab a biscuit. I'm going to talk to the lovelies that have just arrived here and don't know what the Google form is. So underneath this video, there is a Google form, and it is a contact Google form. Now, no one else sees it except for myself. Okay, and it is asking for your address, excuse me, and a few details in there. Now, if you do not want to enter our competitions, but you want to be on our mailing list, you just need to go all the way down the bottom and leave your email there. Say, yes, I want to be part of the mailing list. I will add you to our mailing list, and then that way you will get coupon codes for sales that I'm having. You'll get updates of new releases that are coming. You'll get discounts on for new product lines, all that sort of stuff. So if that is something that you want to be a part of, but you don't want to be a part of the competition, that's great. You still need to leave your name so I can enter that name into your into the mailing list, and didn't just go all the way down to the bottom. I think it's the second last or last question. I'll have to double check that. Go all the way down to the bottom, fill out your email address, tick yes that you want to be added to the mailing address, and then I can get that done for you. Now, I'm doing that at the moment once a month, just time factor at this time of the year, once a month, but I'm hoping to do that fortnightly next year. So basically I will have a I'll go to the last response, which, say for instance it might be 52, then I'll go from 53 onwards. So just make sure you fill that out. Now, if you're going to be part of our competitions that we have, and we run a competition every month here, and it runs for a month, you have 4 chances to win, because there's a minimum of 4 weeks in a month. Okay, and I try to put up a video every week. Sometimes I might miss them being away or something like that, but basically you need to fill that form out if you want to be part of our competitions. If I spin the wheel and I pick someone, I'll then go and check to make sure that they've filled out the Google form, and once they've filled out, if they haven't filled out the Google form, then I just spin the wheel again onto the next person, and I do that until someone has entered it. So the good news is, this week we have actually had someone win, and they filled out the form, so it makes it super easy. So that means that all the mailing that I have off to the side here, I can just pack those up. It's heading off to Texas, and basically I can pack that up and send that off. All right, so and now that we're at that was a good segue into the giveaways. Now, we had 2 giveaways running in October, one on Instagram and one here on YouTube. Now, the Instagram side of things, that was for people that tagged friends and all the rest of it. So I'm going to cut to a video in a moment for that one. Now, they are still getting used to the whole Google form thing, but that will be going forward. They will need to fill out the Google form as well. So for that one particular one, we have just, I will just message them. So what they had to do, and I'm going to insert a picture in here, they're winning a project bag kit, the Spooky Witch one, okay, but it was a project bag kit for the person that tagged their friend, so for themselves and for a friend. And basically there was a couple people that commented, tagged a couple of their friends. I took the first comment because part of it was only tagged one friend. So I just took the first comment that came up and I entered that one in. So I am going to cut to the video now. Okay, so it is a giveaway time. So the first one that I'm going to draw is the Instagram one. So I have entered all the names, and we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people that entered, and they tagged their friends. So whichever friend you tagged, that is the person that will win. And if you tagged more than one person, then it'll be the first comment that I seen that will be the entry. So if that should happen, I'll clarify that. Anyway, so I've entered all the names into the picker wheel. Excuse all the mess behind me. As you can see, I've got a ton of mailing out to do. Yeah, I've put all the names in for Instagram, and then I'm going to spin it and we'll find out who our lucky winners are. So let's turn the camera around and spin that wheel. All right, so you can see here, these are all the entries that I've got in, and basically all I need to do now is just quickly spin that wheel. So sorry if the camera's moving a little bit. I am just holding it in hand at the moment, and I can't even see where the mouse is. There it is. Alrighty, so let's spin the wheel and find out who it is. Sarah Jane Stitches. So you and the person that you tag have won the Spooky Witch project bag kit. So congratulations, Sarah Jane Stitches, and Laura is your friend that you tagged. I'm not even going to try and say the rest of hers, but from New Zealand, I assume. So basically you have this item coming your way. I will contact you on Instagram and just say, hey, I'm sending these out to you. Unfortunately, one of them sold on the weekend. The lady was desperate to have it. It was a gift for a friend, and I said yes because I've got plenty of fabric here, so I can just whip up another one. So I'm going to do that over the weekend on Sunday, and that will be ready to go on Monday afternoon, Tuesday morning. So congratulations. Thank you so much for entering into our Instagram giveaway. We are looking at having another one in December for our Christmas giveaway. But we are going to announce the winner for now our YouTube one that we had for the month of October. So for the month of October, we had this particular one here, which was a Craft Village. I had a mind blank then. So this is a stamped kit, and basically I'm going to cut to the video now. Okay, so we are going to spin the wheel. I've got all the names in there. You can see there's quite a few, and there's a few people that have got multiple entries in because they've commented under each video with the 4 different code words. So I'll give it a spin and find out who the winner is. All right, congratulations, Teresa. You have that coming to you. Teresa is from Texas, and she filled out our Google contact form. So I'm just going to pop that in a large envelope. Be aware, though, that it may take a couple of extra weeks to get to you. Everything is still very slow. Heading out and even coming into Australia. We are trying our best to get everything back to normal. So, and a lot of time it is actually the other countries trying to get flights to those countries isn't happening and stuff like that. So, but I'm going to put that in a large envelope, and hopefully that will get to you a little bit quicker, and it may actually have to have tracking on it. If it does, I will email you that tracking information. Either way, if it doesn't, I'll email you anyway, just to let you know that it's been posted and to keep an eye out for it. Now, normally it takes 7 to 10 days to get to the US, but it is taking anywhere up to 6 weeks. So it will be sent most definitely to you. And yeah, basically we just have to play the waiting game. All right, so that is our giveaways. Congratulations to everybody that has won, and thank you so much for all those people that did enter. We had lots of entries here on YouTube, and I really do appreciate you doing that. Leaving comments down below and being part of the fun. I mean, you know, you get to win in my opinion, a great prize. All right, so this month's giveaway is going to be a little bit Christmas related. So we have one of these beautiful handmade project pouches. These are our travel pouches, and it's also got inside, if I get open, they snap closed, so it opens up and you've got a little slip pocket here to put a pattern and your fabric. We've got a needle minder down in here, and we've got some Cosmo threads in Christmas colors and a variegated one, which is not really picking up the oh, there you go. So it's got, you know, oranges and greens and stuff. It looks a little bit Christmassy, and that is our needle minder. They're handmade by me, and the lovely Tia helped me out and sewed up these pouches for me. So she's done a fabulous job, and it's also got a snowflake for, because like I said, inside is all about Christmas. And we've got a little snowflake zipper pull on there. So to enter into this competition, remember, fill out the Google form if you haven't already filled it out. If you've already done that, you don't need to do that step. And, excuse me, the code word this week is Christmas. What is your favorite thing about Christmas? But make sure you put the word Christmas in your answer. Okay, and then you could be the lucky winner of this. So this is going to run for the rest of the month, and then I will draw this on probably the first the first Friday in December. Excuse me, I just needed to have a sip then. So you have to be in it to win it. I don't actually have any Christmas colors in these, so I thought this nice yellow one. So if someone from the US wins it, it'll brighten up your day. So, but you've got a snowflake on there to represent that. And yeah, so you've got to be in it to win it. Tell me what your favorite thing is about Christmas, and then I can write your name down and put you in the draw at the end of the month. And speaking of Christmas, it is November, where I know it's only the first week, but we're only about 6 weeks out from Christmas now. Excuse me. And we are gearing up here to get some Christmas stitching done and all that sort of stuff. So last year I done DD's 12 Days of Christmas. So this year I'm doing it again. So you'll see this graphic popping up over on Instagram, okay? And you can find me at Darvanalee Designs Studio over on Instagram. So check out for this graphic, share it with all your friends and whatnot, and we're going to have a Christmas sale for the first 12 days, because after that we all get busy, crazy busy, getting ready for the big day. So I was actually going to do 12 new starts for that. I decided against that after DD Spooktober. I just don't want to be tired going into Christmas. So I have pulled out all of my Christmas charts, and there's a big bundle of them. So these are all my Christmas bits and pieces that I've got. And eventually I will start them. Like I've got, you know, some kits in here. So I've got Snowy, that one's called, Chockful. And then I've got Merry Chockful. And then I've got like Heartstring Samplery. And I've got the little T-ball to go with it. This is something that I really do want to try. But yeah, so I've got all that sort of stuff. And then I've got a Mill Hill kit. And I was going to start these. I've also got here from 2015. And then I've got an older one that has some stuff in it that I want to stitch out of. So I was going to, as I said, I was going to do the 12 Days of Christmas and do 12 new starts. I decided against that, and I'm deciding that I'm just going to stitch on one chart, and the chart is Halloweenquaker by Lila Studios. So I'm pretty excited to get this started, and I'm going to stitch on this for 12 days solid. Okay, so I finish up work, like quilting wise, I finish up on the 1st of December. I still have bags and stuff to make, but this is the chart. I absolutely love it. Now I'm really enjoying the Halloweenquaker as well. So I'm still going to plot away on this, but I am going to start this one on the 1st of December. And basically I'm just going to stitch on this every single day for 12 days. So that is going to be my 12 days of Christmas stitch. As I said, keep an eye out for that graphic that popped up earlier. And if you have this chart, by all means come along and join in the fun. The hashtag will be down below for you, so you can always find that in the description box. Any sales that I've got going on or I'm a part of, I will always have the hashtags down below for that. So yeah, you can find that information there. Don't forget to tag me if you're joining in the fun. Last year I shared everybody's things that they were working on in my stories, and yeah, my favorite ones I reposted to my timeline, I think. And like I did a few things last year, I can't remember everything, but yeah, if you've got this chart, by all means start it with me on the 1st. If you don't, stitch on anything Christmas, because it's all about the Christmas stitching. If you're doing a ton of ornaments, drop a tag for it and all the rest of it, and come and join in the fun. All right, so the next exciting thing that you've been waiting for. I spoke to Miss Tia this morning, and basically we are getting ready for the release of Down the Rabbit Hole Cross Stitch and Needlework magazine. So the first magazine is predominantly cross stitch. It's all cross stitch, mainly because, you know, we like cross stitch. And so we're starting to get a lot more people send stuff into us and ask questions and all that sort of stuff, because they've seen it around and they've heard it mentioned and all the rest of it. We always knew that the first issue was going to be the hard sell, and basically to get people to come on board. I'm excited to announce we actually have 6 designers. I have finalized all the paperwork of last Friday, and we were just waiting on some paperwork to come in and stuff like that before we could announce the release date, because if that was a little bit later, it may have pushed the release date back. So I'm happy to announce the release date is the 15th of November. That is a Sunday here in Australia. So we are super excited that the first issue will be going out on that particular day, and that we have 6 designers, all Australian. We didn't get any New Zealand ones that were interested, so hopefully once they've seen the magazine, they'll be super excited about it as well. And so basically, yeah, we're looking forward to bringing that to you. We are also looking at some floss tubers, we're looking at some shops, we have giveaways, we have featured stories and stuff like that. These are all the plans that we have in place that will be in the magazine. It is an online magazine, so anybody in the world can purchase it. We will have more details to follow. So basically what you need to do to keep up to date is either go over to Instagram and follow Down the Rabbit Hole magazine. Okay, the link is down below where you can find that. You can also find us over on Facebook as well, and the link is down below for that. We have all the Down the Rabbit Hole links underneath my videos here, and Tia will most likely put it underneath her next one as well. But you will be able to find all that information here. And that's where you can follow us. We also have a YouTube channel that we have secured the name for, and we will have some exciting stuff happening over on there in the near future. So that is still a little bit in its infancy. We just wanted to focus on the magazine at this point in time. So to follow on and keep updated and all that sort of stuff, basically just go and follow all the links. Also, we are asking a few people to share that information around and all that sort of stuff. So if you're interested in having some information to share it and get it out there, because let's face it, here in Australia, we have jack when it comes to this sort of stuff. We really do not have any sort of support. We do have a couple of things and whatnot, but there's not a lot at the end of the day. So we're hoping that we can really support the Australian and New Zealand designer market. And yeah, so if that's something that you're interested in, send us an email. As I said, all the contact details are down underneath there. You can contact me on Instagram. You can contact both Tia and I on Instagram through Down the Rabbit Hole or on our private profiles. And you can also contact both of us over on Facebook through the page. So that's probably the easiest thing to do, is to head to those platforms. We do have emails and everything, and as I said, it's all listed down below. But we're so excited for the 15th. So hopefully you'll like what we've put together. It has been very hard to put this together, because a lot of it we've had to do all over Zoom, because we were in lockdown for majority of it. We have done just about everything with the designers online. Well, everything was done online with them, so because some of them are in other states that are in lockdown and stuff like that, some are local here in Queensland as well, so that's been a little bit easier. But yeah, so basically we're super excited to put it together. We hope you like what we've done. We're trying to just get the word out there about different things here in the Australian market and stuff like that. So if it's something that you would like to do in the future, by all means, send us some information about your business and stuff like that. We will have an announcement of what the theme is for the next one, and the next release date for that. So going forward now, we'll have our release dates and all the rest of it. So if it's something that you are looking at doing, or you want to advertise in, or you would like to sponsor in some way, by all means, contact me and we can give you the relevant information and paperwork and all that sort of stuff going forward. So yeah, we've had a lot of legal things that we've had to get in place and stuff like that. It has been a bit of a merry-go-round, but as I said, we are super excited to get this done. We're almost at the finish line for the first issue. So, and poor Tia has the arduous job at the moment. She's doing layout and all that sort of stuff. I'm helping her by getting things all in place and everything for her to make her job a lot easier. But yes, I feel for Tia. She is doing a lot of work in the background at the moment with the layout and everything like that, but super excited. And so keep an eye out on the 15th for Down the Rabbit Hole magazine's first issue. Yay! All right, that's about it from me this week. That's all I really had in plan. As I said, I didn't do much stitching. I've done a lot of secret stitching in the background. I am, to be honest, so happy that DD Spooktober was a success. We had a lot of people joining in the fun. Thank you for everybody that used the hashtag and also tagged me in charts and everything. It was wonderful to see all your stitching, and I do hope that you enjoyed your DD Spooktober. So make sure that you get some plans in place for next October, because I'm planning on doing that again. Probably won't have 30 new starts, because I'm pretty sure that was all of my Halloween charts, except for maybe 2 or 3. So I might have 2 or 3 starts next year, but most of it will be whips. But hey, it's still DD Spooktober, so you'll be able to join us again then. All right, well, that is it from me. I've got a ton of work to do and a whole heap of mailing I've got to get done. I hope everybody's having a fabulous day and you got some stitching in while you joined me this morning. I will see you all again on Monday for the live stitch with me, working on Halloweenquaker. And if you don't join me for the live stitch with me, maybe you should pop in and say hi and give me a heads up that you are sitting there watching. Have a great week, everybody, and hopefully you'll get lots and lots of stitching in. Stay safe, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye for now.